Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Dear brothers and sisters, so it's 4:51 in the morning, uh, and today is going to be a really different day because after a really long time not having done so, I'm going to visit one of the prisons in Estonia, and I'm going to visit two Muslim inmates, inshallah. So this is something I want to share with you. I want to share with you this experience because in the past I used to do this a lot more. There was one summer even when I was staying in a city which had a big prison, probably the biggest prison of Estonia, and I would visit the Muslim prisoners there regularly. I would give them some classes, etc. And like I would say that I was getting more out of those visits than the prisoners themselves. Subhanallah, like just sometimes, like when you see people inside there with such great, iman, despite how they're living, then it really helps you as well to realize, like, subhanallah, like how blessed you are to have all the freedoms outside of prison. And for example, like the two brothers that I'm visiting today, they are both Estonian converts, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm even don't remember incorrectly, both of them converted to Islam while in prison. So whatever past they had, some criminal past, it doesn't really matter anymore because they're Muslims now. Whatever they did in the past, it has been forgiven by Allah when you accept Islam. So yeah, like I can't film inside a prison during the visit, but I can share my thoughts and emotions after the visit, inshallah. Even to my own big surprise, I made some breakfast. I'm gonna show you. This is actually like the food I prepare the most. Some fried eggs. Normally I do it with some rice aside, but it's way too early to do that. And of course some coffee. So I'm finally leaving, and the weather has really taken a turn. I'm gonna show you what it's like. It's raining crazily. Yesterday, a couple of days ago, it was like 30 degrees, and now it's raining. So yeah, yesterday, a couple of days ago, it was like 30 degrees, sunny, and today we have this crazy rain, and it's like, I think about 15 degrees or something. It's not even gonna be more than maybe 16 this whole day. So I'm finally heading out. The reason I'm leaving so early is because I have to be at the prison at 8:45 a.m. and it's like almost like a 3-hour drive. Okay, so I've arrived at the prison. It's right here behind me. So here's another look at the prison. I've only been in, I think, once or twice in this one. Chaplain is gonna meet me somewhere near the gate, and yeah, let's see how it goes. I also don't want to like film too much right here. I don't want to seem too suspicious, although I don't think it's forbidden at all. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I will let you know. So I just got out of the prison, and I just want to share with you some thoughts and like some stuff that just fresh. Also, I'm just recording this in my car now because I was actually like told not to film when I was there, like before going in. So yeah, I met with two brothers, and subhanallah, like I've experienced before, like in a way, visiting the Muslim inmates. It gives me more than maybe it gives them. I do hope, I believe that it gives them also a lot, and like they were grateful, and one of them really said it's like one of them was especially grateful, I would say, that I visited. And one of the things maybe that I want to share with you is how, despite having to stay in the prison, and with all the limits that it puts on a person, they are still eager to practice their religion, and they have the iman that sometimes maybe even we lack outside the prison. And like subhanallah, it just kind of reminds me, and hopefully all of you as well, to be grateful for all the things that we have. Like sometimes, we just take things for granted, uh, but they don't have certain freedoms here. And of course, like it's normal, since they are here for a reason, because of some crime they committed. But they are definitely not the same, not the same people anymore. They have changed. It's quite obvious. It's fun. I'm really like happy to see like how one of them is hopefully like trying to get like to apply for being released soon. And how he's so eager, like he has a place where he's gonna live, and like he's got a job waiting for him, and he's like so eager to just get out. And he says like he's just so sick and tired of staying in the prison. And he's been kind of like in and out for like 15 years now. And like he had his like name tag and state of birth, and he was born in the same year as I was, 1990. So he's pretty much the same age as me. So he must have been like 15 or 16 or something when he first got in trouble. And especially based on my experience also with some other prisoner in another prison, like sometimes it's really easy to judge them. Oh, like he's a criminal, he must have done something wrong. But subhanallah, that one person wrote like a huge text for me about his life, basically, like from his childhood. And often, like as was the case with him, like it's not really their fault that like they get in trouble when they're like really early, having to deal with all kinds of things that only the adults should be dealing with, but they're dealing with these things in their childhood. One of them had to like stay on the street, live on the street from a really early age. So subhanallah, like sometimes we kind of don't understand it, especially people who don't have any experience when with people like inside the prisons. Like it's really easy to label all of them as, oh, they're just criminals, and they had it coming, and like they deserve to stay in there and whatnot. But it really, like, what's more important is really to try to understand them and try to help them get back on the track. And especially when they when they need some kind of like spiritual like help in a way, like they sometimes like. And this one of the guys actually said, like quite honestly, and it's true, that sometimes he feels that he's kind of neglected by the Muslim community. And he was so grateful for this today's visit. And it's true, like we are not really that organized, but every Muslim person that basically everyone can do something to help the Muslim inmates. And of course the rules and regulations and the systems and everything is different in different countries, but like it's not so difficult to find a way, like either to visit, or maybe like even like try to send some gifts or some books or CDs or something. So of course it's a reminder to myself to do more for the Muslim inmates, but also to everyone else, like who who lives somewhere near a prison, or like knows somebody who might be some Muslims in the prison system. Like sometimes they really need, like they don't need much, but sometimes just like some kind of Islamic book, or just a visit when you just go there, talk to them, just listen to them, can give them so much. And subhanallah, I was also like talking about how to this brother, how like there's the fard ayn, fard kifaya. I wasn't using these words, like I was like explaining how there's individual obligations, and there's collective obligations as a community. And it's one of the, like, I do see it as one of the collective obligations to visit the Muslim inmates and do, to support them and help them in their needs, like especially when it comes to providing them some kind of Islamic materials and etc., like helping them to, helping them learn how to pray, etc. So these things, like subhanallah, they can bring you a lot of reward. Imagine, like, if there's a Muslim in the prison who needs to learn how to pray, and you can help him in that, or like help him learn Arabic, or like, small things that can bring us so much reward. So yeah, like it's just a reminder, um, that there's always something we can do. And it doesn't only give them a lot, as I mentioned before, like it actually gives you a lot as well, if you know if you try to help them, and you really feel that you're doing actually something good, and inshallah there's also reward in that. So these are my thoughts after visiting these two brothers. And yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.